great when
No,
he's in
let's
such
click
a
start.
domineering
Let's
mood,
start
isn't he?
record, and let's just to the
Shit,
wind for 20 minutes and see what breaks first, shall we? Who knows? Maybe I'll slightly move in my chair and break my goddamn back.
What will break worse, Chris's will to live or the technology?
Or Chris himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be one of them.
Oh, Chris, are you okay?
No, I want to throw everything in this room against the wall. Everything. I don't care what it is. It can all go against the wall.
It's
just a case of what do I throw first?
Go on, throw the big Disney Lego castle. Do it. Yeah.
Is it worth the divorce? That's the thing.
Probably.
Do you want me to send Mrs. B round for a professional hug?
Oh,
very
Scott,
kind.
don't call them professional hugs.
You do make it sound like, yeah.
Just thinking like a hug, but she turns up and wants to hug him, and Emily's on.
You make that sound like the phrase they use in the court case when they're trying not to say something that's illegal.
Are we on a recording?
We are, yeah.
Live.
Yeah, swears, prostitution. What else? Anybody want to do any drugs before we start going?
No.
Roll the music, please.
Before one of us goes.
Hello everyone, welcome to New Dice Please, the bite-sized Blood Bowl podcast brought to you by the people at Blood Bowl Live. My name is Chris. Joining me this week, as always, Mr. Scott Bryan.
My audio's gone.
Your audio's gone, has it?
Now I'm back.
This is the week that we've got. This is the week that we've got for you, ladies and gentlemen. This week we are dubbing Unhinged Week. This is going to be the week where everything falls to pot.
I can hear you now.
I'm not even going to try not to. Normally, what I would do there is I would stop and I would be like, all right, well, we'll get you, and then I'll do it again. I'm not even going to do it again. This is all going in. That's the point I'm at today, is I just can't. I've got to put beeps in everywhere. There's more beeps in this one than there've been before. I've gone mad. I don't care. Hello, Mr. Scott Bryan. What is the favourite household chore?
Hello, Christopher. My favourite household chore, and there is one. I do the ironing. I do compare myself to the flashing blade of Zorro. Iron out, done. Moving on. You do the ironing, just leave up maybe a Blood Bowl stream in the background on the laptop. Who knows? The world is your oyster for all those things. And honestly, I hate hoovering. So there you go. That's mine. What's yours, Chris? Or are you going to tell us that later?
We'll do mine at the end. Ironing is comfortably my least favourite household chore. But Tom, I don't even remember how I do this bit anymore. Also joining us, Mr. Tom Hovell. Tom, what's your favourite household chore?
Unloading the dishwasher.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
again, that
Love
sucks.
It. Every morning on the dot, first thing while the kettle's boiling for a cup of tea. Oh, perfect.
Tom, you need to go back into an office, man. Joining us also, Mr. Tom Feats. Tom, what's your favourite household chore?
I'm sorry, I've been laughing too much. I genuinely haven't even thought of it. I've got to go with Tom and do the dishwasher. I'm so OCD with how it has to go that when it goes in perfectly.
No, are you talking about? So are you loading the dishwasher and then Tom is unloading the dishwasher?
Yeah. But would I stack it the wrong way though, Tom?
This is why we could never have an NDP household. What a
well, actually, this isn't too bad. Like, because Feeks is loading the dishwasher, Tom's unloading the dishwasher. You're doing all the ironing, and I'll hoover.
Yeah. Oh, done.
Surfaces will look like but at least everything else will be done.
No, that's what toilets are for, Christopher. We've had this talk before.
I just have spectacularly bad aim, but we're not here to talk about my bad toilet aim. To be honest, I don't remember why we're here. That's just the week that we're having this week. We're here to talk about something, and I can't remember what it was. That's it. Now I've remembered what we decided. Now I'm going to be completely honest, right? We do these podcasts once a week, and we do generally have some kind of elements of preparation. We do tend to kind of come up with something beforehand. But I'm going to tell you about what has come before this week's episode. What's come before this week's episode is, firstly, we had our week of special episodes for our Cake or Death. They're all available now, all 5 of them, a week's worth of episodes. So there was all the editing and stuff to go with that. We then had Carrot Crunch, where we went and we streamed 6 episodes from Carrot Crunch. We've then done a live roundup of all of the details from Carrot Crunch. And now we've got 19 minutes left to record a podcast to make sure we get one out. So we have asked ChatGPT, whatever it's called, we've asked AI to give us, to basically do the hard work for us. That's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Tom, Mr. Hovel, why don't you tell us what we've asked AI to do, and then we'll fill 18 minutes, and then we'll all go and drink.
Yeah, and then hopefully AI will just take over anyway. So we asked it to come up with some would you rather questions for Blood Bowl themed, and it's come back with 4 that I will ask the seated audience.
Perfect.
Okay?
Let's do it.
Okay, so first, would you rather? So ChatGPT came up with, would you rather play against a dwarf team coached by your ex,
Oh, this is wonderful.
or a goblin team coached by your smug best friend who always wins with bombs? We just let Chris come back to the room, back in the room.
What is so? Just to summarise, so it's dwarves with your ex.
Yeah. Would you rather play against a dwarf team coached by your ex, or a goblin team coached by your smug best friend who always wins with bombs?
Dwarves by X. There you go. That is the
Sony
letter.
Podcast Award goes to.
You mock it, Chris, but you can guarantee within 3 weeks there will be more ChatGPT Blood Bowl questions out there.
There will be. I'm
We're
going to go for goblins. I'm going smug best friend goblins.
Okay.
I go dwarfs, but I would deliberately take goblins.
PC?
Have you not got me either? Am I here? I'm here.
Yeah, you're there.
I'm there.
Actually,
Great.
I think. Do I care that much about winning that I would want to play the dwarfs, knowing that I could probably beat them? No, I'll go. No, I'll go for the goblins.
Nah, I would go. Yeah, I'd go dwarfs, but pick goblins with the loony and enough to take an extra chainsaw star player just to watch the dwarves melt before me.
Okay, very good.
Tom Hovel, what was yours?
I would probably play against the goblin team. Yeah, I think that's I suffered enough this weekend with against goblins. I can suffer more. Okay.
See, for me, I'd want to see the smug friend. That's not going to leave you after one match.
No, but my wife will if my next match is against my ex-girlfriend and her dwarves.
True. That's what court injunctions are for, Christopher.
Yes, your well-known ex-girlfriend with the dwarves.
What's the next one?
Okay, next, would you rather? Okay, and play along at home, folks. Would you rather play an entire tournament with a team painted by a 3-year-old, or with a roster written entirely by a dice roll?
Ooh, see, this one I like.
So painted by a 3-year-old, or what was the bit about the rotter, Tom? I was writing
So
something down.
the roster was written entirely by dice roll, so a randomizer. So
well, my paintings like being done by a 3-year-old anyway, so I'll go with the dice roll just for something a bit different.
Yeah,
I think I'd go with the dice roll. I think I'd be, unless I had a child who was some sort of like secret genius artist. I think I'd get too annoyed if they weren't good enough. So even though mine isn't great, I think I'd still get annoyed. So I like the idea of a random dice roll roster, like building a roster purely on the rolls of dice. I think that's quite fun.
Yep. Same with that, guys. I think that'd be very entertaining. You might have a composition team, but at least it'll bloody look good as well.
Yeah. Very
Tom?
good. Yeah,
What's Tom?
I would agree with that. Yeah, I'd rather go with a random team. Yeah.
So basically, as ChatGPT giving us another tournament to think about then,
Yeah,
another
it has.
NDP.
Yeah.
Yep. God bless you, AI. God bless you, sweet master, because they
Bless
will
you.
take over.
Lord bless us, everyone.
You've got to be nice to the machines, Tom. Remember that when they're in charge, they'll remind us of it. Don't you worry.
Exactly. So the next
Chris has had enough already. He's given up the will.
So you are so done, Chris.
Machines.
He didn't mean it, I promise.
He did.
Okay, so would you rather play an entire league as a Snotling coach trying to win, or play as a Dark Elf coach but must leap every turn?
Oh, Dark Elf leaping
Dark
every
Elf.
turn
Dark
every
Elf.
day of the week. That sounds
Yeah.
incredible fun.
Okay.
Though I'd have to remember how leap works is a problem. It's a bit of an issue.
Well, ask our leap expert Scott.
Come on, Scott, tell us how leap works.
Leap works like leap. So if you have the leap skill,
Great, thanks, Scott.
there you go.
10
Come back
points.
for some more star
Insider. Basically, it's you can jump or leap over a standing player, and then you add to your agility roll the maximum number of tackle zones you are entering or leaving. And with the leap skill, you can't re-roll it there's no apart from a team re-roll, but then you can reduce that by 1 to a maximum of -1. So if you are jumping from 2 tackle zones into 2 tackle zones, it would be, let's say if you're a wood elf, or let's say dark elf, as we're on that subject. So add 2 -2, say for the 2 tackle zones you're jumping into, which would be 4, and then minus the 1 for leap, so it basically becomes a 3-up, which is beautiful in terms of gotcha moments if people don't see it, or cave diving. Yeah, that's not so Jesus. Cage diving, even if you want to go cave diving, don't do it with dice or leap. Take the proper equipment.
Yeah, make sure you've got the right skills for it.
Yeah,
Do we just
oxygen tanks are better than dice trays.
Do we
Sorry,
just all
Chris.
hate Snotlings then? Do we just, none of us really fussed by having to try and put the effort in to win with Snotlings?
I don't mind snotlings, but after the weekend, yeah, love them or leave them.
I think if you're going in to win with Snotlings, you're not. This goes back to Andy Davo's point. You're not trying to win with Snotlings. You're trying to win with Hackflem and Griff and
I had a good idea for a fun idea for a Snotling, because I had my ogre team where all the Noblars were painted so it looked like they had toucan noses and they were themed on toucans. And I wanted to build them a rival team that was Snotlings, but they were all painted like Scarlet Macaws, and they were all like red feathered and like big beaks and stuff. I thought it could look quite cool. And then I couldn't be.
There's a theme here, Chris.
There's a real pattern here.
Let's back onto the fun.
Yes,
we
yeah,
are really committed, aren't we?
So the next one is: would you rather foul Morgenthorg every turn and never break armor, or forget your APOC and lose your star player on turn 1?
I've done the
Well,
first one, so I don't care.
You can't use your
Can't
APOC
use your
on a
APOC
star
on a
player.
star player.
See, this is
No.
where ChatGPT.
The machines are wrong.
Does it mean your star player is in a literal star player or your best player?
Oh,
Could be either.
the machines might be right.
Because I've done that and it's cost me a gutter runner before.
Yeah, I forgot my APOC all the time. It was driving me insane.
But also I would take Morg and fouling him every turn because it also suggests he's on the floor every turn. Which I'll happily take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'd foul Morg every turn.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that one. Okay, the penultimate one is: would you rather have your game live streamed with commentary every time you forget a rule, or have to explain the Blood Bowl rules to your partner every match?
Both of these.
Oh
too
God,
close to
live
home.
streamed. Jesus.
I've failed on the first one on so many occasions. Not even the word Bloodbowl, and it's just like the glaze comes over, and it's just like I'll move on now. Then, yeah.
Exactly.
It's got to the point where if I want to relive my match, I either have to say to Kat, "Do you have the energy for me to talk about Blood Bowl, or do I message Chris?"
I think there's only ever been one live stream game where I think I was watching it from home, and I think there was one rule or something that was being done consistently wrong. So I came into the shop because the stream kept having people repeatedly saying it was wrong. So I came in and it was like, "That's not how the rule works, guys. I'm very sorry." Tried to politely tell them otherwise, because that's the worst thing, because we do a lot of streaming, and the worst thing about it is that, like, everyone makes mistakes. So I really don't want to ever have to, like, ever tell anyone off because of the stream, and I never want to change a result because of the stream, because then that's really unfair on anyone else who gets a different result because they can't prove that something was done right or wrong. Like, it's not how it should be, like, it's just play to have fun, and accept that someone might make an error, and that's okay because we all do it.
Yep.
I agree.
There we are, some words of wisdom.
Well done, ChatGPT, for rescuing the Dice podcast.
There's one more, isn't there?
Final one.
Here it comes.
So
the showstopper.
Would you rather lose in the finals due to Snake Eyes go for it into the end zone, or win the finals but only because your opponent conceded?
Oh.
That's
what sort of person are we all?
Yeah. Oh.
Honestly, I.
Go on, Scott.
If you got to a final, you've put a good shift in and a good effort to get there. Yeah. So no disgrace, whatever happens in the final. If your opponent concedes, then is that a reflection on you or a reflection on them? Because they're either going to concede because you've almost pitch cleared them, or they've thrown their teddies out the pram. So that's not a reflection on you. That's a reflection on them, which means you've had either just one of those games where your dice have been hotter than, or I almost went into the Welsh Tom Feeks there.
No,
Finish this point as Welsh Tom Feeks, please.
So it's not a reflection on you, see. It's because you've been rolling your dice hotter than shit, So what happens then, like, buddy, is yeah. But if you don't win, then you don't win, do you? So what you need to do is basically, as Tom Feeks would say, take the win, boys. Take the win. Thank you. I've got a license to do that because I'm from the Holy Land. So there you go. So anyway.
So what's your answer then? Would you rather concede or lose with the?
I'd rather win.
Yeah.
I'd rather win by my opponent conceding.
Tom?
Have they conceded? I'm guessing conceded partway through the match, not like conceded before you even get there.
Yeah, if they conceded beforehand, then I would be like, can I play the person they beat? Because that's not fair on them. Like, get to the final and then let me play them instead. But if they concede during the game, then I would like. I can't think of a reason why you would concede middle of because I think unless you're like thinking of the redraft and you're like, I'll concede and save my players because you're beating the crap out of me. Maybe then you would do it, but it's a it's a final. It's the pinnacle of your season. Like, I think I'd take the win. I'd be disappointed, but I'd take the win.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, I agree.
I think we all agree on that one. We'd all take the win. And there's one final bonus one, specially just for Chris. Okay.
Lord.
So the bonus one is: would you rather coach a team built entirely by ChatGPT, or let your non-Blood Bowl friend build your tournament list?
Oh. I mean, I'd take the ChatGPT team. Surely every day, it must know what it's on about, right? To a degree.
Well, I'm just asking it.
You're about to build me some kind of lizard ChatGPT team, aren't you?
Yep.
And it's gonna say, I think you should take 12 chameleons, and then I'm gonna punch
Here
something.
we go.
So is this going to be your Davo International team then, Chris?
Absolutely not, unless it's exactly what I want to take. And
Do you know what's
maybe
do you know what's big for you?
6 Blocksaurus.
No,
Okay.
dwarfs.
Oh.
What were you asking it? What lizard
What
team
did
should
you
I take?
ask it?
No,
Dwarves.
I said build me a Blood Bowl, a tournament Blood Bowl team.
I tell you what, because sometimes ChatGPT knows who we are. So just humour me and just put in build a team for a Blood Bowl tournament for Chris Coe from New Dice Please podcast. Now there's a good chance it will say there is no Chris Coe on the New Dice Please podcast, in which case why do I bother? But there's also a chance that I'm interested to see whether it says he likes lizards or whether it gives me something else.
Okay.
While you do that, while you find that out, Scott, because we're probably coming
Chris.
relatively towards the end, if you've enjoyed this particular unhinged, nonsensical rambling, how do people get in touch with us to tell us more?
I have enjoyed this unhinged rambling, Chris, so thank you. But if people out there want to tell us did they enjoy this or not, or if they want to sign a certificate of insanity to get us all sectioned, please drop us an email. New Dice Please, or one word, or lowercase, or uppercase, or mixed case, except Comic Sans, then we're a bit touchy-feely and very unsure. So newdiceplease@gmail.com. But if you love your Blood Bowl, if you want more Blood Bowl, if you want more of this wittering insanity that we all profane to be some sort of knowledgeable content, Mr. Tom Hovell, how can people get more of their fix?
Yep. And I do have a Lizardman team ready and going.
Did it say Lizardmen?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
But in the meantime, I will come to that. If you want to get in touch with us, please do via Instagram and Blue Sky on New Dice Please. And also we have got videos on YouTube under Blood Bowl Live and New Dice Please. And you can also stream us and follow us on all the major podcast channels.
Perfect. Right. What is it suggested? What does it say?
Your team name is the Cold-Blooded Coalition. I think that's a pun on cold-blooded, which is horrific. You've got 1 Croxagore, you've got 6 Saurus blockers, 4 skinks, 1 chameleon skink.
That's my build.
2 rerolls, 1 apothecary, 2 assistant coaches, and you've got the skills are.
Sorry, can I just pause there? If I've got the money for an APOC and 2 assistant coaches, then I'm absolutely taking 3 rerolls.
Oh, well, it says that's the total is 1095k. So
what sort of tournament is it sending me to? Okay, right. So what skills?
It's taken to so the skills it's giving you is 2 Saurus blockers, Sauruses with block, 1 Saurus with tackle, 1 Saurus with guard, Croxagore guard, a chameleon skink with sure hands.
I mean, that's pretty solid, to be fair.
Yes, that's.
I don't think I'd go guard. I'd go for 2 tacklers rather than guard. Although, actually, would I? No,
Strength 4?
good.
Nah.
And also, would you like me to 3D print skill labels for it and create Canva Insta post for Chris's team to be announced? And also,
okay.
So yeah.
Have you linked ChatGPT to your 3D printer?
Quick, everybody, if you're listening to this right now, go ahead and ask ChatGPT to send a print file to Tom Hovell's printer.
The bigger, the better. We're talking. You've always wanted that massive deep root model.
Stuff.
And on that bombshell, I think we should finish this podcast.
No. Just keep sending you stuff.
I think you're right, Tom.
I think you better ask ChatGPT about excuses for Mrs. Hovel. Are you printing that off, Tom?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Hovel. Thank you, Mr. Bryant. Thank you, Mr. Feeks. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We've been New Dice Please, and we will see you next time.
Chris, do you need a drink?
Several.